Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Happy New Year, belated Happy New Year I know, but I'm about to go into all that because this is a life update video. So, where to begin? I'm really unwell. For the last 12 months really, I've been the most unwell I've probably ever been in my life. It's been really hard. It's been really hard to even talk about, to be honest, because I'm still in the thick of it. I think I usually find it better to come out the other side, process it a bit before I talk about it with you guys. And it's still really bad. It's literally 4 PM and I have just got out of bed. That's how bad it is. I literally haven't been able to get out of bed all morning. It's just been literally, thankfully Ben's working from home today, and so he's just been bringing me medication, water, and I've just been sleeping in between, but I just ate something and kept it down, so that's a good sign. And the reason I actually got up and got dressed is because tonight is our wedding food tasting for our venue. It's the first time I've been able to do it because of COVID, so yeah, I'm really excited for that, and I really wanted to go. So I got up, I got ready. This is literally the first time I've worn makeup this year. Hi, I must say, not wearing any mascara or eye makeup or just makeup in general for a month has done wonders for my eyelashes. They seem to just take to mascara perfectly and look incredible. So yeah, maybe that's a tip for me before the wedding, is to not wear any makeup for a month before. So yeah, what's been going on? Well, we've moved house. Yeah, everything is mental. There's no way for me to move to be able to block all of the mess that's going on in this house. I'm currently living out of a wardrobe of a suitcase that's just opened, and I'm just living out of that. This I got for Christmas, and it's the nicest, only nice stuff I've got to wear that's accessible. It's stuff I got for Christmas, so that's what I'm wearing. Other than that, I'd packed all just clothes, my shabby clothes for gardening and decorating, because we had all these big plans about what we were going to do with the house from the moment we moved in. We moved in 10 days before Christmas. We were being very ambitious, and to be honest, we probably could have done it had it not been for how horrendous moving day went because of the moving company we hired. So I'm going to do a whole nother video about the move, because again, I'm still processing it. Genuinely, we are both a bit traumatized about it. We still can't really even talk about it with each other. It was that horrific. So yeah, it just went wrong. It just was horrible. They turned up, the van was too small, there was only 2 men, there was meant to be 4. Let's just put it this way, to summarise, we were meant to be in this house at 2 PM and we were still unpacking the last lot of stuff from the van because we had to go back and forth 10 million times at 10 PM. So yeah, but we're in, and we've been here, oh my god, we have been here a month. Oh, I wish we'd celebrated the month. Maybe we'll do a late celebration of the month. Yeah, and I love it. I love it here. I literally love it here. As you can see, we've done no decorating, no real unpacking, because it was Christmas, so it was just all go of once everything went wrong, I genuinely was in bed for 4 or 5 days following the move. I couldn't stop being sick. I couldn't actually eat or even drink water for 3 days. And then finally on the 3rd day, my body let me in the evening start sipping tiny amounts of water. I genuinely thought I was going to die. It was horrific. And Ben, bless him, did his best to make the living room and this room as accessible and clear as possible, and just shove everything in the other rooms because who cares. And then once I awakened from my cocoon of illness, we decided to just sort of decorate for Christmas, because we knew scrap all of our plans to actually decorating, painting, renovating, and instead decorate for Christmas, because we knew then it would feel homely and cozy and festive, and just forget all that. We can do it. We've got all our lives to do it. Let's just enjoy Christmas, and so that's what we did. I'm really glad we did that as well. Christmas was absolutely lovely. I was very unwell throughout it, but it was still lovely, and it felt like home here basically immediately, which I think is always a good sign. It did in our old house as well. We ended up with 5 happy, marvellous years there, so I feel like it's just a great sign that it felt like home. And the cats adjusted really, really well. We did what all of the guidance says you should do, and what we've always done with them, which was to put them in one room. So the day we moved in, we literally focused on them more than us, because obviously it all going wrong meant it all went wrong for them too, and they were very distressed and it was awful. So we got their room, like one of our spare rooms, we cleared it out of everything, ripped up all the carpet, and then, not me, I literally was unable to do literally anything, but Ben and our wonderful friends and family ripped up the carpet, sellotaped over some of the spiky things, you know, the carpet holder things, because of their little paws. We put like our spare bed mattress just down on the floor in there with like a quilt cover, because they both loved that bed, and I know that like when it was in the spare room they slept in it more than anyone else ever did, and they love hiding under the quilt when they're nervous, so I did that. And then we put like all their posts in there, their litters in there, food, drink, everything, and they were in there for a couple of days, like didn't come out at all, which is, everything says up to a week. We kind of just said we'd play it by ear. Cleo is a very confident cat anyway, but she is asthmatic, so I was worried about dust and stuff and just getting the place, trying to make it as clean for her as possible before we let her out. And Fig is very nervous, bless him, and he takes longer to adjust to new settings. But after 2 days, they seem to really miss us. Like, I'm obviously home a lot, and that's what they're used to, and they're used to getting comfort from us, and we could just tell that they were ready. So what we did was, it says to like introduce them to room by room, like slowly, so they still haven't been in every room. And it's funny because you think, oh really, how true could that be? But then a couple of times they like broke into the kitchen if we were going in there, didn't shut the door on time, and they both instantly are like low to the ground, freaked out, not happy, until we took them back out. So it obviously is there for a reason, like the guidance you can find online about cats and moving. Yeah, we then cleared like the hallway and the living room and shut off every other room, and then let them at night for I think 2 or 3 nights, we let them have the run. Maybe I should do a whole video on moving house with cats, because it's been very successful every time we've done it. Yeah, for like 2 or 3 nights we let them, when we were in the living room of an evening, we let them have the run from upstairs to downstairs. And it's funny, even still to this day, if like Ben's moving stuff, unpacking boxes, if there's anything loud, if there's people that come in the house, they take themselves off up to their room. Like, they know that that's their safe place. So it's obviously like proven, it's there for a reason, that's why people suggest it. Because they really do, they take themselves off to the room all the time, and they're perfectly comfy in there. And then what we did for a long time, for over Christmas, they had, because they can't be left alone, we get a real tree. They can't be left alone with the real tree, because the needles are dangerous to them, and so is the water. So I just like to be extra safe. I don't want them left unsupervised with it. So at night they just had their room and like the stairs and the downstairs hallway, and we like then put a litter downstairs, but they weren't allowed in the living room. And now they have the living room, all the hallways, and their room. They still haven't been in this room. Actually, Figaro came in here for the first time today because he was crying outside the door because I was in bed, and because Ben was shut in the dining room doing a meeting. He was crying, so Ben let him come in and just put him on the bed for 10 minutes with me to say hello, look, I'm here, I'm alive, and then take it back out. And like I said, they've broken into the kitchen, but they really didn't like it. But the last couple of times they have over this week, they seem more confident in there, so that's really good. They're perfectly happy. Like, it's amazing. They're just so comfortable now. They take themselves off around the house. They're being so playful. It's just honestly a dream. Like, as soon as they felt at home, I could relax, because they're my life, they're my babies, and they seem really happy here. So yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we've actually also moved to a new town that neither of us have ever lived in or ever lived near, which has been probably the biggest adjustment for us, because where we moved to the first time wasn't where either of us had lived before, but it was a town where like a lot of my family lived growing up, so I was really used to it. And also like me and Ben would go shopping there, and like he'd been there a lot with me, so like it was a town we were really familiar with, and familiar with driving around and walking around and whatever. Here is totally new and unknown territory, and it's very, very different, and it's exactly what we always dreamt of. It's a proper countryside, cottagey house. It's like over 100 years old, 100 years old, over 100 years old, I think. It's everything we wanted. It's going to need a lot of work, but luckily it's like it's got good bones, this house, so like it's really going to be just a lot of decorating, just a lot of like, rather than like having to knock stuff down or anything like that. We do eventually want a new bathroom and a new kitchen. That stuff we're going to worry about. We're actually, the first room we're focusing on is our dressing room, which is currently the cat's room. That's going to be a dressing room slash beauty room slash office space for the both of us. And what's really nice is that we do have a separate dining room here. That's a lovely big room, and it means that if we're both working from home, we can have our own office spaces. One of us hasn't got to sit on the bed or the sofa, which is really, really good. Also, I'm having to do like a lot of hospital consultations over the phone and over Zoom and stuff at the moment still, so it's good again for that reason. The reason we're doing that room first, we were going to concentrate on the living room first because that's the main room. I knew exactly what I wanted, and like I've got the paint samples and the wallpaper samples ready to go. I know the furniture, like we're getting all new furniture. But then Ben was like, really, we should do the dressing room because that will get rid of the most boxes because of like all of my clothes. I'm not even going to bother saying our clothes. You know it's not our clothes, it's my clothes, and I know it's my clothes, yeah. To get rid of all of my clothes boxes, all of my shoes that are in boxes, and he does have shoes. All of my like handbags are in boxes, all of my beauty stuff, like so much stuff will be going in that room. So yeah, we're focusing on that room first, which we just started, and we're just going to take it as we go. Also, it's our wedding this year. I'm so excited. We just sent the invites out that I made myself, and I'm so proud of them. I want to bring you along more on the wedding journey this time than last time. Last time I didn't because it was so stressful, because every week stuff was changing with what we were allowed and weren't allowed, and plans were getting changed, and it was just too much to like film really, for me and my health. But hopefully nothing will change with this one, so I would like to film more of it. If you want to see more wedding content, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, it's our wedding soon, really soon. We're having a spring wedding, and yeah, just sent the invites out, and we're getting the first few like RSVP cards through the post, and it's honestly like the most exciting thing in my life. I love it. And I did a little thing where I put on the RSVP card on the back, request a song, so that our DJ can play everyone's favourite songs, which has been really lovely to like get everyone's songs back, and it like shows their personality and stuff. I just adore it. And yeah, just everyone's reaction to the invitations has been so lovely, and I'm just so proud of them, like, because our stationery lady is incredible. She's the only one I wanted. She was booked, we were like in conversation to do last year, and then obviously last year went tits up. So if you're new here and you don't know, we did get married last year. We had our ceremony, but it got changed like a week before, that we could only have 15 guests and you could only have a ceremony, no reception, nothing. And so we'd already booked the wedding, so we just moved it to this year. But we still wanted to get married. We've been together since we were 14, we were ready. So, and you know what? I feel actually incredibly blessed that in amongst all of the horrificness of this pandemic, that it's still ongoing, by the way. Don't get any ideas that I'm one of these people that thinks that, oh, it's over. It ain't over. We're still in it. But in the midst of all of that, I get to get married to the love of my life twice. Like, it's just incredible. Like, I'm seeing the silver lining in that. Like, who really gets the chance to do that? I get to wear my dress twice. Like, And everything that we learnt from that one, we can apply to this one. Like, what did we like? What did we not like? What did we have time for? Like, all of this stuff has been great. And it honestly was the perfect day last year. Like, the weather was glorious. The people, it was just perfect. And we honestly couldn't have asked for a better day. And when anyone that came talks about it, they just say how amazing the day was, what a beautiful day it was, what a beautiful ceremony it was. We've rebooked the church, and when I spoke to the father, I don't know, do you call him, I still don't know if he's a vicar or a priest, Father Darren, when I spoke to him again this time to book him for this time, I said, is it going to be you, please, is it going to be you again? Because honestly, he was incredible. If you are watching this and you don't know me at all, hi, welcome. I'm not religious, we're not religious, but I am spiritual. And also, the main reason we wanted to get married in that church is tradition. My parents got married there. I was christened, like me and my brothers were christened there. My grandparents got married there. Like, all my aunts and uncles got married there. It's like it's a family tradition that goes back forever. So I loved that, and I felt that on the day. Like, when I was walking in, I was like, my grandparents did this exact walk. Like, I don't know, that just feels magic to me. So yeah, it was perfect. And when I spoke to him to book him this time, I said, is it going to be you again? He was like, yes. And I was like, yes. And he said, honestly, me and the other lady that was there doing the service, we still talk about it with everyone. Like, it was the most beautiful ceremony, and there's a few that stick in your mind forever, and obviously they've done thousands of them, and they were like, you guys will stick with us forever. Basically, I asked if we could do our first dance at the altar, like, because I was really sad that we weren't going to get a first dance. And he was so accommodating, he said absolutely. And so after we'd gone and signed the register, we came back, everyone sat down, our song started playing, and we got to have our first dance. And genuinely, it was like one of those movie moments where everyone in the room disappears. The whole song, I don't remember seeing a single face, like, and everyone's favourite picture from the wedding turns out to be this one where poor Ben's back's turned, and it's me looking at him whilst we're having our first dance, and everyone's just like, look how in love you look. And I'm like, I am. Yeah, it was. And he says that, and he said to me, I still get emotional when I think of your first dance. Like, that moment will stick with me forever. I think it's the most palpable a couple's love maybe has ever been. And I literally cried on the phone, because I was like, think of all the weddings he's done, and he's saying that about ours, and I don't know, it just is amazing. So the wedding is soon, so it's just been a lot on me, obviously, moving house, planning the wedding, Christmas, trying to get like the house in some sense of order. Like, this is a lot. And my only real like New Year's resolution that I'd been thinking about way before we moved, and I don't really normally like for New Year's resolutions, but just I think of what would make me a better me next year. And I really wanted to just be able to let go more. I really don't do well with that. I don't let go of stuff easily in every way. Not just like, I think when you say that, it sounds like bad stuff, like you hold grudges. I don't really mean that. I mean, I hold on tightly to everything, like things that I want. I get like with moving day, I have in my head how it's going to be, and I hold on to that so tightly that then when it doesn't happen, it is like a heartbreak for me. And that can be with everything, like the wedding, Christmas, a day out with Ben. And the thing is that my health is so unpredictable that plans are forever changing. Things mostly aren't how I've imagined and dreamt that they'll be. And it hurts me so much over and over, and I really wanted to let go of that. And you know what? Moving day forced me to do that. So again, I'm trying to see the silver lining. Look at me being so positive in this new year. I was forced to let go. I literally had no choice. I genuinely could not move. TMI, I was having to be sick in a bag next to the bed because I couldn't make it to the toilet. Like, it was horrific. Like, I couldn't be concerned about, oh, I'm not painting the living room. Like, that weren't even on all I could focus on was getting better, was staying still and sleeping it off. It didn't matter if that was going to take 2 months. That was all I was going to do. Normally I wouldn't have been like that. I would have been crying and angry and fighting it to try and stick to the plan, and I just wasn't. I just let it go, and even since I've been like that. Like, you think I like this grey wallpaper that's peeling off? Absolutely not. You think I like living out of a suitcase full of my scruffiest clothes? Absolutely not. Even just the house not being very me, and like my stuff being around and it not being as clean as I would want it, because if like this, like for instance, their curtains are still on this pole. Normally I would have ripped them down the day of, but genuinely I've been too unwell, and Ben has been too busy, and he's also been unwell, so has a chronic disease, and we're just doing our best, and that's okay. And I've never been like this before, so I'm actually really proud of myself. And I see stuff around the house and it niggles at me, and then I go, let it go. Can you fix it right now? Do you have the ability to? No, you don't. You're disabled, you're unwell, let it go for your own peace of mind. And it has been transformational. Is that even a word? It's been transforming. Is that a word? Yes. It's transformed me. It's been amazing. So with my content, I don't feel able to like get into the full swing of like posting regularly still. I haven't shot anything new for Instagram yet. Like, I took a picture on New Year's Day that I posted in the most glorious loungewear set, but that's been about it. And I haven't had any more work modelling wise. I've just not been able to, and I'm just, again, letting go. I'm taking that at my own pace. This week I've had a real niggling to like get back at it. I've really wanted to like get my creative juices flowing, look cute, feel cute again, and I haven't been able to. It's nice to put on some makeup. Look, I did this with a palette that I got for Christmas. This one, so cute, smells incredible. Yeah, I just haven't been able to, and I have no choice but to be okay with it. Like, what can I do? Every time that I've pushed through, it ends disastrously. So what will be will be. But I do have big plans, and I did like a Instagram Q&A about what you guys want to see from me this year, and I got a couple of people ask me for what I got for Christmas, which I kind of asked, is it too late? And people said no, they still want to see it. Do you still want to see that from me? Because if you do, that will be the next video I upload. Yeah, I think that will be the next video that I do. And then I don't know when the next video will be up, and I'm really sorry about that. And it's like really upsetting to me that I was hitting like a lot of growth on here for a long time, and then it just come to a standstill because of my health. Trust me, that doesn't upset anyone more than me. But it is what it is, and I can only do what I can do. I really want to get back at it really soon. Please also let me know in the comments what you would like to see on my YouTube channel specifically, or on my Instagram this year. What videos would you love? What do you want to see more of? Like, what's your favourite stuff that I do? Because obviously I want to make stuff that you guys want to see. Yeah, that's my life update. Moved house. Move was horrific. Been the most unwell I've ever been in my life. At Christmas. How the cats adjusted, because I know you all love my cats as much as I do. Cleo's going to be very upset that she didn't get to be in this first video. She loves being in every video I make. Yeah, I think that's about it. Wedding soon. That's on the list. I do obviously want to share like house content. Like, I want to share with you renovating this place. Is that something you would be interested in? I've got big plans, big, colourful, delicious plans. So if you want to see that, let me know. I think that's about it. I think I've caught you up. I honestly have just chatted to you as if you're my mate that hasn't seen me for a while. So if none of this makes any sense, or if I'm rambling loads, I apologise. But when I put the camera out, I don't feel like I'm chatting to a camera, which might be crazy, but I just feel like I'm chatting to my friends, because you guys, honestly, the love and support you gave me last year and every year, some of you have been around for years, on here and on my Instagram and everywhere else, is honestly incredible. Thank you for supporting all my work with Snag Tights that I've done recently, because that's meant a lot. Like, I did an ad for them on Facebook. Well, I just did an ad for them that they said they would put wherever they want on social media, and it went on Facebook and nearly hit 1 million views. I was shook. And I saw a few of you and my family kept sending me screenshots being like, oh my god, people are recognising you in the ad from your YouTube, which is mind-blowing to me because obviously I feel so tiny on here. But I do always say, if I was to see 4,000 people stood in front of me, that's a bloody lot of people. So I'm still incredibly proud of my 4,000 followers on here, subscribers. The thing is, you guys are just a delight. You're so good to me. You support me, you care about me, you send me stuff you think I think is cute, which 10 out of 10 times you are correct, and I do think it's cute, you know me so well. I just get the loveliest comments and support from you guys, and chronic illness life, disabled life, and I do think especially at a young age is incredibly isolating, but having like an online support network just for me just is life-changing, so thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I don't want to stop talking to you guys. How have you been? I hope you're all having a lovely January. I know people get like really pissed off with the cold weather and it's grey and it gets dark early and they want to rush through it, but just don't wish away your life. And I actually love winter, as you guys probably know if you've been here for a while. It's great for my lupus, normally. Obviously I've been through a lot, so it's not right now, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying kind of hibernation station and taking my time to ease into the new year. Enjoy winter, and soon it'll be spring, which I am actually buzzing for because all of my plants are starting to sprout. And yes, if you're worried about my tulips, we planted loads in pots and they're all at Ben's mum's house, and they're going to get them, him and his friends, for us next week, and then they'll be here, and I'm so excited for that because I just thought, I don't know what they're going to take with them out of this garden, and we do actually have a lovely front garden in this house that we didn't have last time. We had like a little front bit where I put pots but not a full garden, but now we do. I didn't know what they would take, what they would leave, what would be colourful or not, so that's why we planted loads of them, and it means that I'll have loads of colour, my rainbow tulips come spring. I'm rambling, I was saying goodbye. How did I get to tulips? Because it's been too long since I've sat and chatted with you guys. Okay, I'm going. I will see you in the next video.